Welcome to Streets of the U.S. Today, I'll be in Wichita, Kansas, and I'll be discussing some of the gangs that operate in the area. In 1993, there were 90 known gangs in the city of Wichita, and drive-by shootings was very common during this time. In 1992, in Wichita, there had been 14 known homicides from gangs fighting each other. Some of the gangs operating in Wichita are the Neighborhood Crips, the Deuce Trey Crips, Trey 5-7 Crips, and Insane Crips. The original Wichita Villain Bloods are very active in the city, and also the Lincoln Park Bloods. The original Insane Crips were a Crip set started in Long Beach, California. In 1990, members of the Insane Crips kidnapped and sexually assaulted and murdered a young mother for retaliation. That murder shocked the city at the time. It also caused law enforcement to go after the Crips. In 2007, the Insane Crips and other Crip sets were targeted by the federal government in the first federal racketeering case in Kansas. 28 members of the Crips were charged in 2 indictments after a year-long investigation. The government described the Crips operating in Wichita and throughout Kansas as a major criminal enterprise. The indictment stated that members of the Crips were involved in 4 murders, 11 attempted murders, arson, robbery, crack dealing, and pimping of underage girls. In 2011, Jason Tisdale, a member of the Neighborhood Crips, admitted to his role in crime. He admitted in his role in planning murders. He also pled guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to engage in racketeering and drug trafficking. In February of 1998, Tisha Jones and Keith James became victims of the Crips. Members of the Neighborhood Crips found out that Tisha was a witness to one of them burglarizing a house. The Crip member responsible for the robbery got in touch with members of his set, and they decided to get rid of Tisha. All of this planning was done in the county jail. Tisdale was also involved in the planning to get rid of Tisha. Tisdale stole a vehicle that would be used in the Tisha Jones murder. The night of the murder, Tisdale and 2 other Crip gang members drove to Jones' house. Tisdale stayed in the car, and the other gang members went to the house to commit the murders. Tisha Jones was killed along with her boyfriend, Keith James. There was an infant inside the home that was left unharmed. Tisdale and other members of the Neighborhood Crips were involved in a second shooting in August of 2004. Umana Smith was shot and killed by the Crips. Smith and a rap group named Family Ties was supposed to perform at the Jungle Club in Wichita. Inside the club that night, members of the Neighborhood Crips and the Lincoln Park Bloods got into a major fight, which shut down the club for the night. After the club closed, members of the Bloods ended up at Smith's house. Tisdale and the other Neighborhood Crips got weapons and headed to Smith's house. When the Crips got to the house, one of them accidentally shot Tisdale in the right foot. The other Crips members ended up killing Smith. The gang members were eventually caught for these crimes, and Tisdale ended up getting 30 years in prison for his involvement. If you like this story, please like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. Thank you.